Great news for stock market investors as the US and China agreed to halt the hostilities between the countries in increasing trade barriers. I'm going to talk about the details of this announcement and what it could mean for stock market investors overall, and highlight a few stocks especially that will benefit from this agreement. So Beijing is again buying US soybeans after it had abruptly cut off American farmers, and after months of posturing, arguing, and threatening, US President Donald Trump and Chinese leader Xi Jinping have essentially turned back the clock. While the meeting between the two leaders was hailed by Trump as a roaring success, the agreement that came out of it may only serve to undo some of the damages Trump inflicted with his trade war upon his return to the White House. And we are still increasing trade barriers against imports from China. The effective tariff rate will still be roughly 50%. But the good news is the threats. Remember, President Donald Trump was threatening to increase tariffs to over 100% effective November 1st. At least that threat will be off the table, and 47% is much more manageable than over 100%. Also, China agreed to push back some of the trade barriers on rare earth elements and agreed to purchase US soybeans. So this news is especially good news for companies like Amazon, Walmart, and Target. A large percentage of the products that these companies sell in the United States are imported from China, and the reduction in tariff rates and the reduction of threats on increasing tariff rates is good news for these three retailers. Now, this is more good news for Target than Walmart and Amazon because Target doesn't have international operations where it can sell its products that it sources from China into other countries. Target only makes sales inside the United States, and so it's especially important on a percentage basis for Target compared to Amazon and Walmart, which have sales outside of the United States. So theoretically, the products that they source from China, they can sell to customers in Mexico, in Canada, in Europe, in other parts of the world, not subject to these increasing tariffs. Still, customers in the United States and businesses in the United States are subject to increasing tariffs when importing products from China compared to last year when they were not subject to these tariffs. So conducting business is more difficult for these businesses. Click the link below to watch the full video.